Please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic?
Hello everyone, I hope you're having a splendid day. Today we are going to be continuing the discussion concerning Boogie, because a little more transpired since yesterday, and it's certainly worth addressing. The facade that he has maintained for years is non-existent these days, so he's going to say more, and when he says more, we basically get more context as to his thought process, or lack thereof. Boogie, as for an apology, if any fan comes forward and can show me they lost money on that coin, I will gladly apologize to them. I will try to do more than just apologize and see what else I can do to make you whole. They're not Horcruxes, Boogs. I had every coin I owned deleted from the internet and burnt. I proved this to Muta, Coffeezilla, and you can see that publicly. I did not wish to profit from selling this coin, and I never did. No offense intended, but I don't believe that. But that's a personal perspective. Not because I just want to be annoyed. I'm on the internet, of course I'm annoyed. Can we just go back to the days of climbing trees believing we're dragons? It's a great time to be alive, I promise you that. Additionally, you had a 2% stake in it. So while you were not seeking to profit from it, there was a chance you could make something from it regardless. I say there was a chance. There really was. And if anyone actually lost money on this, I am genuinely sorry. Come forward, show our devs the wallet and transactions, and we will do what we can to make you whole. Make you whole is a very strange sentiment. What are you going to take to Arby? As for launching a meme coin, it is complicated. About 8,000 meme coins are launched in a day, and only traded by deeply entrenched Solano traders, who do this all day, every day. I thought there was no harm in giving them a new shiny root. Vzilla has explained to me in depth why he believes that was wrong, and I understand. It's why I deleted all videos and tweets, deleted my coins, and agreed with him not to promote it. So generally when it comes to deleting things, promoting scams, it's one of those very few times where I do side with it's best it not exist than to leave your mistakes up. In other contexts, there are times where I would suggest leaving those errors up, because I believe it's a learning experience. On the internet, you have an additional problem. The internet's forever. And so that video of you promoting your faddy coin exists everywhere. I do feel slightly sorry for you because you did get a lot of crap for it, but not enough to go back on what I've said, quite frankly. Now, Nick Diorio replied to you by saying you had access to all this information days ago and villainized the people telling you. You are not sorry. You haven't learnt anything. If people left you alone, you would have had no problem scamming your fans. No one thinks it's all a big whoopsie lol. And I agree with this. Where I feel sorry, it's entirely coming from a position of, I don't like dogpiling that much. However, it does not change the fact that Boogie admitted in the video we covered yesterday, he knows very little about crypto, yet went with it anyway. It looked like a get-rich-quick scheme, and a scam as well, because he could have made money off that very quickly, scammed his audience, and just put his fingers in his ears. But Boogie's a very reactive individual, far too quick to collar, far too quick to give a visceral response. Now Boogie replied to Nick Diorio by saying, as I told Coffeezilla, I had a bunch of people hyping me up and telling me to double down. Crypto Bros, Dick, Masterson, and others. I think Dick Masterson's meant to be one person. So I did, even though I wasn't sure that was what I wanted to do. This is a way of saying you were misled because you weren't smart enough to see this for what it was, indicating again your own naivety on the subject. Yet you, a fully grown individual, allowed others, apparently, according to you, to dictate what you do, which seems a bit peculiar. In the end, I realized even if it will make a little money and get me a ton of attention, that just ain't me. Can't do it, can't handle it, don't want to hurt people. Basically, you cut your losses because you and I both know if you had made any money off this, it would have been a short-term release of income and nothing more. It might have paid for some more medication, but it wouldn't have gotten you out of the hole you're in. And you certainly weren't going to make back the money you blew. You wasted and you threw away on crypto years ago. But I respect your point of view, and I don't think it's too far from accurate. In the end, right now, I could still be promoting it and probably making money doing it for both my podcast and personally, but I stopped because I can't do that kind of thing. The thing here is, Boogie, you already did that thing. So it's not that you can't do that thing, it's that you can't follow through knowing that blowback would be far too negative for you, perhaps listening to a little bit of advice from others who believe you are in the wrong. But it's also likely you just couldn't handle the heat. You have proven over the years that when things get a bit tough for you, you bury your head in the sand and roll over and show your belly at the same time, which is quite a feat, I will concede. In this, you had no choice because there was no version of this where it could have been seen as anything other than you taking advantage of people. Whether they be your fans or not, and I can't imagine there are many left, it's not likely people are going to believe it. Now, Nick Diorio replied by saying, "Why are you blaming Dick Masterson? You had a good performance on his stream and now you're throwing him under the bus." And to be honest, Boogie did have a good showing on that show. It does not change, though, the outcome of his response. Now, Chris the Nazi Narc retweeted this by saying, "So Boogie is using Dick and Crypto Bros to justify doubling down when he didn't want to or wasn't sure. What? Do you have no agency, Boogie? What the F?" Now, I personally think that these excuses, which is what they are from Boogie, are his undoing. It is why people like, for example, Muta, have really gone in on him, with Muta saying, "Funny how this man-child parrots the opposite, hoping his meme token scam gets pumped to own all the people rightfully calling him out. I've seen kindergartners take more accountability, Lamau. He lies so much and gets surprised people don't believe anything he ever said." 2 images included, Boogie, "I figured the fans I had left neither knew enough about crypto to buy it, or most people were smart enough to not buy a coin from the idiot who lost evening in crypto. Guess I was wrong. And I would effing to see you guys pump this coin to annoy Muta and CoffeeZilla." That's a message. Where's that from? I love this way that he talks down about his fans, the ones that he has left. It's very neutral. It's totally not condescending in the slightest. I never understood that. We all have people who support our work, what we do on our channels. We're all different as well. Many look down on those occupations, they look down on the content. Totally fine as well. You have naysayers, you have those that reinforce, those that invigorate, those that champion. Yes, I fully get that. There are others as well, of course. I'm just using words to make a point. Boogie doesn't have many of the positives left though, yet he gets decent views. His issue is he doesn't know where his place is anymore. The thing is, where he did really well was being sat there doing commentary on gaming, commentary on social events, but I guess he burnt out on that. Him burning out on it, the game streams, letting it slip what he really was like, it didn't do him any favours. But Francis as well, very amusing. I don't think he can pull off that character as convincingly, but it was a funny character. Muta also tweeted out an image, also this aged well, Boogie, from 2021. "I've been emailed by 2 cryptocurrency companies who want me to promote their coin. As much as I like money, I refuse. If you're going to invest, find a long-term safe coin and don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Those coins are worse than gambling." If this is a tweet he put out back then, that is impressive. Or is this on a different platform? I don't recognize the quotations next to the like and the retweet. Where is this? Recently, for those who are curious, Boogie drove 11,100 miles to New York State recently to film Log How Live with Keemstar, which I'm very excited about. Some IRL work. This is great. Make the show more interactive. It might help the channel as well. Give it a little invigoration, as it were. The channel Log How Live is still growing. It's still getting decent views. I'm really happy that it keeps growing actually, because I find those episodes quite entertaining. Of course, to watch the more exclusive content you need to be a member. I can't be bothered with that. But the shorts are interesting, the way they argue with each other is interesting, and I'm looking forward to this episode. Keemstar had actually tweeted out a video called Kung Fu Panda 6. I'm going to show that.
Woo! Get him back, Wings! Get him back, Wings! Wings, give it to him! Give him one! Oh!
God damn! Oh, we are not wrestling. I'll change my mind. I'm gonna sue!
Good luck getting up those stairs.
He'd also tweeted, "As many of you know, Boogie is getting cancelled for running a crypto scam on his audience. So I gave him some very good advice. I told Boogie he needs to launch an NFT project next." For those who don't know, NFT is trash. But I think it's a fantastic idea of there being a lazy monkey BOOGIE2988 art that people pay for with random bollocks. Quite frankly, I might be looking down on the crypto area. Again, I don't care about it. I prefer cash. And I always will. As far as this situation goes, I'm curious to know what you all think. I'm curious to know whether you think Boogie knowingly did this to bait for the attention, because it would certainly drive some traffic his way, which he could then delete all the original videos for, still having made money off it, and he can then get residual views and engagement in his comment, dislikes and so on, or likes if people enjoyed it? Or do you think he's genuinely that stupid that he can be misled by people who he has then scapegoated? Do you think he's then that stupid that he would allow them to lead him to make those decisions, for him to, only when it got too hot for him, to then make a decision where his balls can be found and pull back to prevent anyone else from getting, well, crap for it? Do let me know in the comments, because I'm genuinely interested with this one. Thank you all very much for listening. I really appreciate it. If I don't see you on Twitch later, have a great day.